Good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much. All of my old subscribers, all of my new subscribers, all of my, the subscribers that are going to come, the ones that have decided to subscribe. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. The like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay. It helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. I will put that up on the screen or super thanks, but I'm going to put the hit the like button tag up on the screen right now so that you guys can remember definitely to hit the like button. Okay. I wanted to talk about today. I was doing some gentle cleaning around the house and I was like, I know I got a live. And I started thinking about Young Dolph's artists. So I logged on to Instagram and was looking at Key Glock. And I thought about what someone had told me earlier, and I had not had the opportunity to talk about it probably earlier this week about Paperroute Woo and Paperroute Nuskie. And they asked me if I had heard about, they had Nuskie had been shot and Wu had gotten engaged. He was supposedly with him. I was like, no, I had not heard that. And I kind of forgot about it. As y'all know, I've been working like a Hebrew slave outside of YouTube, right? But I wanted to first talk about Paper Route artist Blazing. Now we know that Key Glock is getting ready to go on tour, and he was supposed to his tour starts, I believe, March 5th. Okay, and originally um, he was supposed to take Big Scar with him. Unfortunately, Big Scar uh, passed away, and of course we don't it was smoking mirrors about how it happened. They never really released that I know of how it happened, but it was unfortunately either way, right? Such a young life. But he was supposed to go on tour with Key Glock. And when I saw that, I was very excited. um for a Big Scar for Key Glock, because a lot of other people were too, especially their fans in that age bracket. They definitely want to see them together. So in the unfortunate, um untimely manner of his death, Key Glock, had to regroup, and we saw that Jay Fizzle and Kenny Money will be on tour with them. Hopefully, the rest of them, will also too. Like there's still Paper Route, Woo, and um Snoop Bands. Okay, my daughter loves Snoop Bands, right? She's extremely crazy about Snoop Bands. He's very talented. I have to say, Young Dolph definitely was putting together a very diverse as far as sound roster. He was just gonna do great things for it. Was already doing it, had already done it for himself, and was just doing great things with building his record label. And he was you could tell Young Dolph was very proud about how he was able to build that record label from the ground up, right? So Key Glock and Fizzle and Kenny Money is going on tour, and we see them consistently dropping music. Now their music is absolutely blazing. I just got to put that into the atmosphere. It is absolutely blazing. It makes me extremely proud when I see these young men carrying on Young Dolph's legacy, just carrying on in spite of, with all of the daggers and stuff that was thrown at Key Glock when people were saying, that Key Glock had something to do with Young Dolph's death. Not one time did Key Glock respond. Key Glock just, his only response was consistently putting out good music and going up, which was a good thing. I think he made one tweet, and that tweet was, I'm not going to let anybody trick me out of my position. And I'm going to tell you something. I was on Facebook probably yesterday or something, the day before, and I was looking at some stuff, some videos as it relates to Young Dolph. And one of the it was a he was doing an interview with a young lady, and she brought up, okay, what do you think about do you have anything to say about that, those shots that they, in North Carolina? Would you like to speak about that, about your van, your tour van getting shot up? And you could tell that young Dolph did not really want to talk about it. But what he did say is he said there is this thing called trying to trick a person out of their position. He said what they did, okay, what they was trying to do, they couldn't do. He says it's a problem when you're trying to go up, to some people. He says, so, it's a problem that I'm doing all of this. And I know I'm not saying it verbatim, but he was pretty much saying that they was jealous of him and people didn't like to see him going up. He said, so people try to trick you out of your position. He said, so I'm not going to allow that to happen. And that's really the only thing that he said about that. And it made me think about when Key Glock, when all of this stuff was in the atmosphere as it relates to Key Glock, and you know, um, people was coming at him because people started trying to taunt him. They was definitely people had they had, whoever these folks was, they had paid to have young Dolph assassinated. And so they was trying to bait Key Glock into something because they started hiring vloggers to put out all types of negative information about him that we knew wasn't true, because I know that Key Glock had nothing to do with the assassination of young Dolph. But that's what was happening, right? When people have some type of machine, they will hire folks to try and put out negative information about you, right? Okay, if they want to try and destroy your career, destroy your credibility, and things of that nature. That is just the nature, unfortunately, of the industry, right? And so it made me, when I heard him say that, I said, wow, Key Glock was a really good student. And sometimes I look at Key Glock and look at some of his Instagram posts and things of that nature. You could tell that he's missing young Dolph. You could tell that he's missing young Dolph. Like I said, I never really, it still bothers me when I saw that first interview that he did with that young man. I don't know what his name was. He's I believe it's a white guy. When people was trying to twist that out and just kind of take that out of context, when he says that I'm making it, or I'm content, or something like that, I knew exactly what he meant. When the way that he explained it, it meant that he had hurt so bad. I mean, just what I could see or understand, it hurt me so bad. I'm numb. He said he's just doing. And so there was a lot of stuff in the atmosphere about that, about some stuff that had supposedly happened. And they feel like because it happened, because I kind of did a video on that the other day, was young Dolph killed to try and punish Key Glock? And that may have been a portion of it. Okay. But as a whole, I think it was all of them, because he was in, they knew that he was investing in all of them. They see how Key Glock was going up. And so he has started signing some of these other little artists around the Memphis area, like Snoop Bands, who has a sound. When you hear Snoop Bands rap, you know that it is Snoop Bands. He has an amazing sound. Like I said, my daughter loves him. Okay. Paperroute Wu is one of my favorite too. Paperroute Wu he just has this sound, this flow that's just, I don't know. I think people just kind of sleep on him when Paperroute Wu is off of the chain. Okay. He's one of my favorites too. And I love all of them as a whole, but he's just one of those ones that stick out too, although all of them are really good. Kenny Money, all of them. Young Dolph taught them well. And so it makes me extremely proud to see them, consistently sticking together. Y'all know Jay Fizzle had an album. He got a song on there called Exotic Something. I mean, it's on my playlist when I get on the treadmill. Okay. It's off of the chain. Jay Fizzle is blazing. Okay. And so unfortunately that happened with young Scar, or Big Scar. Y'all know sometimes I say names wrong. It happened with Big Scar, but fortunately for Key Glock, he's going to take some more Paperroute artists, and hopefully he'll take Snoop Bands and Wu, because I know a lot of times he will allow them to make some appearances too, because Wu and Snoop is off of the freaking chain. Okay. I want to go to Key Glock's page right quick because y'all know I've been busy so much, you guys. And it's been I've been still vlogging, but I kind of been busy, and I it's been a minute since I did a video on them, but I definitely want you guys to consistently support Young Dolph's artists, right? And they're gonna need you all support even more than ever, especially as things start to go on, this trial, more and more indictments and stuff start to come down and things of that nature. It gives them a relief, but also that pain and stuff, I'm sure comes right back up again. Let me see if y'all can see this. Okay, y'all can see that. Okay, so Key Glock got um something out called Work. That's the name of a song out called Work. And I guess the name of the album must be Glaucoma. Okay. It must be. Let's see. Somebody have he reposted something. Somebody had posted about him and Big Scar song. I mean, yeah, Big Scar, of course. He said Big Scar secret weapon out now, gone but not forgotten. Rest in peace to Big Scar. Toe Tag is the song. Y'all make sure y'all go and support that Toe Tag. Unfortunately, I think about Big Scar and it bothers me. Big Scar was 22 years old. And I think about, where the Bible says that God gives us 75 years, right? And after that, we're living on grace. But we're really living on grace each and every single day, right? And so when you think about somebody like Big Scar being 22 years old and his life out and he's no longer here, that's about 50 years of life that was stolen really away from him. So rest in peace to Big Scar. Like Key Glock says, he's gone but not forgotten. And Key Glock posted right here. He said, "Real bosses don't talk, mouth closed." That I mean, he's just got a lot of Young Dolph's characteristics. When you start looking at him in some of these pictures, like his posture, like so much, like you could tell that he was a student that loved to drink the gems. They say you're supposed to drink from the glass, fill your cup and drink from the glass, and he was drinking from the glass of wisdom. You see what I'm talking about? He always represented his blue chains and stuff like that, making sure people remember that that's representing Young Dolph. Okay, let's let them know that Young Dolph is definitely not forgotten. And so I want everybody to continuously support Key Glock um and all of them. He said, "Still got my back. Long live Dolph." He absolutely still got his back. He still got all of his artists back. And, it's unfortunate that, the Vices, didn't want to, couldn't stand to see Young Dolph. Um, couldn't stand to see Young Dolph, blessing his artists. Young Dolph had already made himself a millionaire. He was Young Dolph took a lot of pride in helping to invest and make other people a millionaire. Okay. Like I said, Young Dolph, people could not stand to see him blessed. Young Dolph is a Leo like myself. And like I said, you're gonna either love us to death or you're gonna hate us. Because you know what I'm saying? Very loyal, hard work, dedicated, got a smart mouth sometimes, right? Um, but Young Dolph had a good heart, but definitely have a good heart. And you could see that when I think about when he talked about Moneybag Yo, okay, when they asked him about Moneybag, an interviewer asked him about Moneybag Yo, and he said that's your goddess artist, and he didn't really want to talk about that. And she started talking about that song he got on with Moneybag Yo. He said, "I didn't take no money. He asked me to get on it. I was glad to get on it because I want to see him do good." And so that's the reason why I can't understand why the Vices allow all of this stuff, to all of that jealousy. They just did not want to see him do great. And when he was assassinated, that wasn't good enough. They immediately started going after his artists. But it makes me so proud to see how his artists have stood their own, how they're still doing good, and things of that nature. And definitely Key Glock is for real, carrying on that legacy, right? Um, and Rich, all of them are. I want to go to because I'm gonna talk about Paper Route, Woo them in a few minutes. For some reason, I can never find, unless it's up at the top, Snoop Bands. I think it's Big Bands. Okay. I don't know why I can't never find his page. Not unless he posts something and it's up at the top of my Instagram. Y'all know I don't know a whole lot about Instagram. I can't find it. Okay. I can't find it. I may need to go to um Paper Route Woo. But anyways, Snoop Bands is still doing his own thing, of course. And even with, let me show y'all this, even with Kenny Money still, this is his page. He still represents Dolph, right? This is his Instagram. They going by jewelry all the time. It says everybody meat dripping. Young Dolph started him. I finished him. I had to go buy this MF. I'm putting on until the world end. Don't shit stop. Ain't that something? Okay. Ain't that something? Still representing young Dolph. That's Kenny Money, who will be on tour with Key Glock. Okay. And like I said, it makes me happy to see them consistently representing young Dolph. I'm gonna see if with Kenny Money, if I can find Snoop Band's page. I don't know why I always have a hard time finding Snoop Band's page. I always do. Maybe if he follows Snoop. Uh Okay, here it is right here. Okay, because I want people to go and support Snoop Bands also. Okay, I think Snoop Bands is doing just like Key Glock and the rest of them. They still support each other. I think he's doing his own thing. Started trying to start his own label. I wish those young men success, but they still represent.
Hop in the coupe, hit the dash, and I'm gone. I just can't stay out the trap too long.
I'm telling y'all, when I get on the treadmill, I still listen to it. I'm telling you, it don't get old. Yeah. So shout out to Paperroute for continuously, carrying on Young Dolph's legacy, and all of that. Like I said, it makes me proud to see those young men doing good, and they're doing it independently. Okay, they doing it independently. Okay. Now I wanted to talk about for a few minutes, Paperroute Nuskie and Paperroute Woo again. Okay. And someone had said to me maybe earlier this week when I talked to them, maybe Monday or something like that. They was like, "Have you heard about, Paper Route Nuskie was shot and Paper Route Wu was with him and he was shot?" And I was like, "No, I had not heard that, And I was like, I'm gonna look into that and see, what I could find out." But I actually ended up forgetting until one of my subscribers got into the comments last night and mentioned it again. And I was like, wow. So I asked Player Cole, who is also from Memphis, and he was like, "Well, I had not heard that either. So I ended up going to Nuskie's page, okay, and this right here doesn't prove anything, but hold on one second. He said only the strong survive. I don't know what that is. Um, look like he's in bed or something like that. Um, but that was something that he posted maybe 19 hours ago. And the people were saying that he was, somebody was saying, that he was shot. I don't know if Paper Route Nuskie was a young man that was outside of the court when Cornelius was, when Cornelius thought he was gonna walk out of jail. It might have been him. I'm not sure. It was one of those little dudes out there. It might have been Nuskie, but I'm not sure. That was out there saying that, they know when nobody's supposed to get killed. They was waiting if Cornelius came out. They stood outside of 201 Poplar at the CJC building and waited to see if they was gonna be, they was gonna get out. But of course, we knew to Cornelius ain't going nowhere. When Cornelius walk out of there, it's gonna be to the pen, okay? And so, somebody was saying that they was together in South Memphis, supposedly, and he got shot supposedly, and Paperroute Wu was with him and got grazed, and it made a supposedly had something to do with Black Youngsters Camp. I have not really been able to confirm that, but I will say this: I think it's a damn shame because y'all know Black Youngster was gone up under a rock somewhere, and I be trying not to talk bad about Black Youngster. I be trying not to, out of respect for some people that I really rock with, okay? But that I was telling y'all about, like, right, my best friend. I be trying. But it's unfortunate with Black Youngster, the things that Black Youngster do, especially as it relates to this young Dolph's case. As it relates to young Dolph, as I always say, Black Youngster inserted himself into something that had nothing to do with him, because young Dolph consistently said that he did not have any issues with Black Youngster, right? And so, there was other rumors out about, young Dolph and why Black Youngster may have been mad at him. I think the only reason that Black Youngster has had an issue with young Dolph is because a battery was put in his back, and he don't know how to take that damn Duracell out of his back. Okay, every time the battery go down, they recharge it, just like he went away. We had not seen him, and now he's back. Okay, now he's back. They don't recharge that battery up again, and he back with the same shit, right? So people were saying that supposedly, I don't know, I can't confirm this. I have to say allegedly, if that happened, with that happening, it had something to do with Black Youngsters Heavy Camp. I don't know, but I would definitely hope not, because I think they've done enough. Okay, and you would think when people, that's how you know when people have a battery in their back. You would think with people knowing that they are facing, because it ain't like Black Youngster don't know unless he just don't care what he's facing. Okay, you would think that he would be somewhere at an altar praying. Okay, but he ain't. He went away, and somebody told him to resurface, and we're gonna talk about that on the live tonight. And he's back with the same energy. You know, so as far as Paperroute Wu and Paperroute Nuskie, let me go to Paperroute Wu's page. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, because I haven't really been able to confirm it. So I'm not gonna get on here and lie about it. Y'all know I can't embellish. Let me see. Okay, that's Nuskie. Let me close out Nuskie and put Wu in. I want y'all to make sure y'all go support Wu. Here go Wu right here. Wu posted 20 hours ago, and he posted up Key Glock's glaucoma 2. Okay. And let's see, he posted, let me see if you all can see this. I want y'all to see it also. Okay, yeah. He was talking about the good times that he said, reminiscing about all the good times. Miss you, my dog. Just in case. That's him and Snoop Mans and all of them. Doc was helping to change these young dudes' lives. And this is one of the reasons that these folks had issues with young Doc. Some of these folks felt like they were supposed to be the only ones to sign people from out of Memphis so that they can make a fool out of them and, hijack them and take all their money. Young Doc was teaching them the recipe and the independent route, teaching them how to get some money for real. Okay, and wasn't taking advantage of these little dudes. And I think that's sad that they couldn't handle it and took his life. Okay,
take care of her first, nigga. That's mandatory. That's boss shit. All in the mouth, nigga. Spin the racks, nigga, cause I'm really cost shit. Misguided and it broke, man.
See, I told y'all Paperroute Wu is hard. I like his flow. I like his style, you guys. I do. I think Young Dolph was putting together a awesome roster. He had put together an awesome roster, and I hope that they carried it on, because all this over, they probably gonna be the only one. They're gonna be the last one standing. Okay, so they need to keep their head on right, and like Key Glock, reiterated what Young Dolph said. Okay, don't let nobody trick you out of your position, right? That's a word right there. Don't let nobody trick you out of your position. Okay? So I wanted to get on here and talk about them. Y'all know I'm be going live tonight. So y'all make sure y'all go over there and hit the notification button so you all can see so that you all can be notified when I go live, because y'all know we're gonna talk about, this black youngster situation. I was trying to talk about the other day, and somebody struck at the video, child, and had the video taken down. Ain't that something? Okay. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be on a little later tonight. Y'all know I have a day off. I've been around here gently cleaning. Okay. But please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, you could definitely donate to the channel via Cash App. I want my subscribers to know how much I definitely appreciate you guys. I want you all to know that you guys absolutely rock. You make this channel what it is, and I do not take that lightly, okay? As we continue to go up and grow, okay? But I'll see you guys tonight. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll talk with you guys later.